Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to review a film with the name of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is directed by a guy by the name of Ben Stiller. He is also the main actor in the movie. It also stars other actors and actresses by the name of Kristen Wiig, John Daly, and Kathryn Hahn. Just a little bit of backstory on the story of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It is actually a remake of a film. It was actually originally a short story of the same name in the year of 1939. The original version of the film came out in the year of 1947, and then of course the newest version in the year of 2013 starring Ben Stiller, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. So just so you guys know, this isn't the first time we've seen a story like this. This is a remake of a short story originally done in 1939. So what is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty all about? Well, this film, just so you guys know, has kind of a crazy concept, but at its most simplest, it's pretty much about Ben Stiller plays the main guy, and he plays the character of Walter Mitty, and it's pretty much about his life. He works at a magazine company where he takes these negatives and he kind of processes these photos and stuff like that, and that's pretty much his job. And there's this guy that comes in and wants to take over the company, and he wants to take over this Life magazine company and convert them from being a print magazine company to an online magazine company. And it's pretty much about just Ben Stiller. I don't want to give too much away, but Ben Stiller's character, his character of Walter Mitty, is a big daydreamer. So he keeps like drifting off. He's one of those. He zones out, quite frequently throughout the movie. And it's just kind of about his life. He has a very boring life, and it's pretty much about Walter Mitty going on an adventure and pretty much just experiencing life. And I don't want to give any more away because I don't want to spoil the movie. But that's pretty much the main plot of the movie, directed by Ben Stiller, the main star, and also by the name of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Just so you guys know, there will be spoilers in this review. So what did I think about the movie? I loved this movie. It was really cool. The main reason I liked it was the whole deep undertone the movie had. It had a great sense of moral to it, especially towards the end, where it gets sort of sentimental, and sort of there's some compassionate value in the film. I really enjoyed those scenes, real towards the end. I love the whole adventure vibe of the movie, the whole, the motto behind the movie, experiencing life, living in the moment, making something of yourself. I love the message behind the movie. That had a really cool message for the movie that really worked in a great way. I thought Ben Stiller played a great role in it, and overall, I just thought his role just played itself really well. One of the most interesting things about this film that made it really unique are all the times he drifts away, just kind of zones out. There are some extremely over-the-top scenes where he pretty much imagines he's a superhero almost. One of the scenes in particular is when he's talking to the bearded guy in the elevator, and all of a sudden he just has this crazy fight with him where they plunge out a window, and the bearded guy is pretty much the villain in his hallucination. When he's zoning out, and he has these umbrellas, and he's pretty much like scooting across the road, and Ben Stiller's character is riding the road as if it were a surfboard, and they're pretty much having like this epic battle, for lack of a better word. There's even a part where Ben Stiller is almost Superman, and he lunges towards the guy, and it does the whole Superman flying thing, and he punches the guy, and then in the face, and then it cuts back to them being in the elevator, and he's like, what are you doing? And I really like those scenes where, has a very interesting and unique concept that overall was very fascinating, and overall just entertaining to watch in general when it goes back from being in the real world, and then it fades back into him zoning out, and is pretty much, I guess you could say, his fascination world. But I love the overall vibe of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Just him going on an adventure. He's lived a very boring life, and now he gets to, like I said, major spoilers coming up. He goes to places like Greenland, then he goes to Iceland, and it's all on this epic journey, all on this big journey to find this guy. I believe his name was Sean Connor or something like that. I forget what the guy's name was. He's looking for this negative picture, this one negative that he cannot find, and it's pretty much his journey to finding that negative. And it's pretty much a journey of finding himself. Like I said, I love the motto of the movie. It's about Ben Stiller's character of Walter Mitty finding himself, finding a purpose, finding a reason for life, more or less. And I like that a lot about the movie. And then finally, towards the end, I wasn't really for sure when the movie was going to end. I wasn't for sure. There was a few different places that I thought it was going to end. I wasn't actually for sure if they were ever going to even show the negative. I thought that might be the whole I guess you could say the whole gimmick of the movie, the whole thing about the movie, not knowing what the negative is, that's the whole thing. I didn't think they were going to show it. There was one time where they're playing soccer when he actually finds the guy out in the Afghanistan mountains, I believe, and they're playing soccer and it shows the sunset. I thought the movie might end there, and then towards the end when he actually sees himself on the magazine, literally best moment in the movie. I loved that moment. As I said earlier, spoilers are in this review. I loved that moment. I kind of figured that his face might be on the magazine, and that's what I liked so much about it, was that he was there in the essence, and overall it was just a great time to watch. My favorite thing about this movie was just overall how interesting and unique the concept was. We have Ben Stiller going on an adventure, trying to find a purpose in his life. He has like an eHarmony profile, and it's just him trying to find a purpose, and at the end he is in general. So overall, I really liked it, and no complaints about it at all. I will say there are some parts in this movie that come off sort of goofy, not in a bad way, but there are a few little goofy parts in the movie. One in particular, spoiler coming up also, they spoof a movie by the name of The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and that spoof in particular is very over the top and kind of goofy, but it's still kind of funny and still kind of fascinating to watch too. So like I said, that's my review of the movie by the name of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I'll see you guys later with more videos by Centipede Geek.